Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Today we're starting Daisy Darker today. We are
our
first
Love it.
ever.
We're like, let's just do another Alice Feeney.
Yeah, let's just see what she has to see. Okay, so it's not our second time going by. It's our second time going to a second author. We're reading another book by the same author, but it's our first time doing it in a row.
And I feel like we should change our name to the Alice Feeney Book Club. Because I kind of think we're not going to read anything. We're going to just read all of her books. And then we might go back to Frida McFadden and read all of hers.
So we become thriller readers, apparently. I thought we didn't like spooky things.
Thriller readers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They're great to talk about, though, in real time.
Yes. They're the best too. Because everything else is like kind of boring. Like all the other we love going off. We love saying the most insane theories ever, and thrillers is where we go. Like reading a rom-com, reading a women's fiction. That's just not good for insane theories.
No,
so
it's not.
I think thrillers are better for that.
We don't like this person, and this is why. Or we do like this character, and this is why. Or we hope things work out. Whatever. It's just a totally different conversation.
Yeah. Totally different.
Yeah. I was just going to say the mystery thriller, like even beyond, like, because we started with, like, I feel like we eased our way into it with the cozies.
Yeah, you read two of those.
And then like hardcore, we were like, what is happening? How I feel like with the last book, Rock, Paper, Scissors, we were like,
yeah. literally. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been, I still keep thinking about that book. Last night I got in bed and I went, there's no way, like, that was her. Like, it was.
I know.
It was her. You want to reread it, you said?
I feel like I have to reread it, knowing who everybody is now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've gotten an Audible, and a lot of the time I return my Audible title so I can get the credit and read more books with it. And I have to do it. I can't do it. I can't just click on it and say, oh, I want to return, because I've returned way too many books. I have to message them and be like, hey, can you help me return this? And they're like, sure. What's the reason? And I'm like, I don't want it. And they're like, okay. So, I guess they just let me do it. But so I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to return Rock, Paper, Scissors, because I think I might have to. And I wasn't even thinking I'm going to reread it. And then I'm like, I can't give this audiobook up because I might need to revisit this one, because I was last night I started getting spooked out by thinking about Robin and thinking about Amelia and thinking about that, and I was just not Amelia. What's her name? Her name was Amelia, right? Yeah. Okay.
Robin and Amelia. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking about it this morning too, like when the twist happened, and I was like, I have to reread everything, because it took, like, I had to, I was like, what, who is who, and what's going on, and what just happened? And I was like, ooh, I'm definitely reading this one again at some point. Maybe we need to do a reread of this, like, next year.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Like, now that we know what happens.
Yeah.
But to get the nuance of the twist, like, I wonder what else we'll pick up on that we didn't know, right?
Yeah. And I'm curious to see if she planned it out the whole entire time. So if it's like, like, if there's things that I feel like were like accidental things that she like, ooh, that doesn't make sense for a plot line, or if he'll be like, all these other things. So that'll be fun. We'll be definitely good. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Something about when we run out of Alice Feeney books to read.
Yes. Yeah, she just released a new one, and she's still releasing them. So
okay, good.
I guess.
And if she's releasing them every month, like Nora Roberts,
probably one, maybe two a year, I'd assume, but I don't have that confirmed.
Yeah, I feel like that's even a lot.
Yeah, Most authors do one a year. Most authors that aren't like who else doesn't do, like, I don't know. The author of Game of Thrones, he takes his sweet time with it. You know what I mean?
Well, he's writing a 1,000-page book that covers like millenniums of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Outlander, Diana Gabaldon, I'm saying her name, Diana. Her books take years, and like 5 years or something. She's been working on this last one.
Yeah, which is just insane. It's insane to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I love.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard on Netflix that they're either filming what Netflix is calling the last season of Outlander. Although I can't imagine that it is. Or they've already filmed it and they're releasing it, and people are like, you are not going to believe the twist at the end. And I'm like, I am, because I read the book. And you're right, it is shocking.
Really? It was shocking.
This can't be the end, the last season. If what I'm thinking twist that they put in, that they're talking about, is the twist, it cannot be the end.
Is it like the same as the book, or was it different? Was it the same as the book, or was it different?
So there was a massive twist in, I can't remember which book it was, that I was like, when it happened, I was like, this did not just happen. This did not just happen. Which is what I'm hearing people say about the next / possibly last season of Outlander. Because Diana hasn't written the last book yet.
No.
So I don't know why Netflix is stopping the series now when the next book has been written. So I kind of feel, unless they're thinking they're going to make the very last book a movie, like Downton Abbey.
Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know that was a book.
It actually is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Because
like Downton Abbey did it. They like finished the series, and then like 2 years later they put a movie out, and then they put another movie out. Maybe that's what they're going to do with Outlander.
Yeah, because it must be with the first books, right? With the first seasons, they had a bunch of books to base it on. Now they have to wait. So like, people don't really want to wait 9 years for another season,
right?
So I don't know, but why end it then? I don't know, but I need eventually one day for you to just give me all, not right now, of course, not on live, not someone you can, people around, but I need you to give me every detail, all of the spoilers for what happens this year.
There's so much going on in those books because they're so big and so long, and they cover like so many years of time.
Well, maybe not all of those details.
I could never, and I will say, the first book is the most brutal, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not, they're not less rapes. There are more rapes because it's the 1800s, and that's what men do to women as a matter of course.
Yeah. Or men do to anyone, really. I mean, based on men do to other men, based on what happened in the book.
You make a fair point.
Yes. But maybe not all the details. Just like enough to know, because I've seen some trailers of certain periods of time, and I'm like, why are we here? So I wanna know some about the time traveling details. But I guess we'll see, because I don't know if I'm gonna read it, and I feel like I need to know. I don't know. Okay. Hello, Mika.
Hello, Mika.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but
we're on
a couple minutes now. Said hello.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Yes. How are you feeling? How are things going? Let us know. Yes. Mrs. Peacock. Hi. I will be starting this book on my lunch break. It is in a few hours from now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you're gonna be on lunch today. Her newest book is being made into a movie, allegedly. Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
So is it Ugly Beautiful? I think Beautiful Ugly, which just came out this month or last month.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is interesting. I have a very, what is it? I almost had a sore taste in my mouth, a bad taste in my mouth for anything becoming a movie. And the minute I hear that, I go, boo, don't do it. Don't let it happen. Because of everything that happens with every movie. And now with It Ends With Us, right? Like last night, I was watching I was watching videos, not so many. I watched like 3 videos, but about It Ends With Us.
Did you go see it at the movies?
No, I don't plan.
I went.
You did?
Saw it. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I did not necessarily think it was very true to the book.
Yeah.
Which surprised me since Colleen Hoover was so involved in the production of it.
Yes. But apparently, like, Taylor Swift was involved and Blake Lively.
Yeah. Because her and Blake Lively are like best friends.
Yeah. And Blake Lively, like, took over and kind of not ruined it, but made it not what Justin Baldoni wanted it to be, which presumably was fitting the book. Because I feel like Justin and Colleen are close. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. But I as well last night.
I will say I did not enjoy the Blake Lively character in the movie.
Okay.
I don't know that I said I very much enjoyed the character in the book, but I thought the character in the book was well written. I didn't like the way the character in the movie was written and portrayed. It seemed a little bit of a different character to me.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember how I felt about her character because I read it. I don't know how long ago now. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like exciting at first. I'm like, yay. And then I'm like, I don't like the casting was bad. And I just was like, I don't know. And then I kind of just didn't think about it.
But I tell you, if you're going to make a movie out of any of her books, that is the one to make a movie out of. I wish it had been done better though.
Okay.
But I didn't hate the movie.
Yeah.
It was better.
Okay.
I was in a movie, or I was watching a movie, maybe on my TV. One that I was like, okay, this is the only book or the only movie in the history of movies that is actually better than the book. And I wish I could remember what it was.
What was it about?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember sitting in the theater going, this movie is way better than the book. What has come out recently that would have been?
I have no clue. I have absolutely no idea. I'm trying to think about it. I have no idea. And when was this?
I mean, in the last year. It's been in the last year.
Okay. Interesting. I also don't watch movies a lot. I don't like watching movies. So I don't.
Here's one I can tell you for sure. Out of Africa, movie is better than the book.
Okay.
Sure, but that didn't happen in the last year.
No, I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Street, Robert Redford. Oh, you got to watch it. If you like romantic love stories, that's the one for you.
Okay. I'll try to find that one then. Yeah. I just don't watch. Good.
Nothing. I'm just quoting the movie. It's so good. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
is the book good?
The book is good, but the book is not a story.
Okay.
It is each chapter is its own little vignette. So what they did is they strung a story together based on all those little vignettes. Yeah. So everything in the movie is in the book, but the book is not a story.
Yeah.
And the movie is definitely a story.
Yeah.
And Meryl Streep, Robert Redford.
Oh, Meryl Streep. Okay.
But yes.
Interesting. There's never been a book that's the movie's been better, but the TV show, The Vampire Diaries.
Oh.
Yeah. The Vampire Diaries books are really good though to me. People don't like them. Like, but I read them like 2 years ago, and they were fun, they were good. There was a side of the characters that you didn't see in, like, that made the motives different. So like in the book, it's like you're rooting for one character and you like absolutely love that character in the books, and then you watch the show and you hate that character and you love the character you hate in the books. So it's like,
oh, interesting.
It's or you hate the character you love in the books. Whatever. It's just so like it's a love triangle. And in the books, I don't want her to be with Damon. I want her to be with Stefan. And in the show, I want her to be with Damon and not Stefan. So I want her to be with a different brother, whether it's a show or whether it's the book. But it was
when stuff like that happens. I don't like it when the show is so much different than the book that you're like, I don't even know who these people are anymore.
Yeah. I guess that is sucky when you're a book reader.
Yeah. It's great when you're a movie watcher, I guess.
Yes. I watched that first. And I watched Virgin River first. And I'm gonna read the books. I read half of book 1. And the story's still really, like, the book is still really good. But I don't know, the show is so good. And that, you want to talk about cliffhangers, you want to talk about craziness. There was, I would say, six-ish different, totally separate entities of cliffhangers at the end of season 6 or 7, the last one that just came out. Like, almost every single character had their own personal cliffhanger.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I like that.
The show is wild. And there's 10, 12 episodes of the season, I think. And there's 6 seasons, and it's really good. I got my mom to start watching it. Yeah. Is this the first? I would assume so. Maybe not. I think so. Rock, Paper, Scissors was supposed to be a movie or miniseries, I believe, but not sure what happened. Okay.
Ooh, it would have been a great miniseries.
Yes. A miniseries definitely would work, that one, yeah. If there is one. I don't think there is one, but if there was one,
I would watch the heck out of that.
Yes. We should figure out if one of our books becomes a movie. We need to figure out a way to watch it.
Movie, and then we need to come back and talk about it.
Yeah. Yes. That would definitely work. Yeah, we got to do that if one of our books becomes a movie. Saying yes, specifically the first one. Hello, Christina. Long time no see. How you doing? How have things been? Let us know. Saying hi. I need to reread Verity.
Wait,
because the movie
comes. This is Peacock Stacy. Because Christina said hi, Stacy, and I'm like, yeah. Is Mrs. Peacock Stacy? Hi, Stacy.
Are you Stacy, Mrs. Peacock? Let us know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Reread Verity.
No, you're good. I was also thinking that, but I was like, I don't know. Though before the movie comes out, so there's gonna be a movie for.
There's a movie for Verity?
I did not know about this. Yeah.
Huh.
There's a special edition with extra chapters. Have you read those chapters, Vivian?
Yeah, I think I have the special edition with the extra chapters.
Yes. I thought you had said that before, yeah.
Now, Verity I did like. I didn't love, but yeah, it was. So the two Colleen Hoover books that stand out in my mind that I would recommend to people are It Ends With Us and, oh my God, I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's the 5th book in a series that is so totally different that it doesn't even seem like it belongs in the series, but it does. And you see how it belongs in the series, but I can't remember the name of it. It's got a purple cover.
All Your Perfects?
Yep.
The one about babies? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Those are the only 2 really that I am like, look, if you're going to read a Colleen Hoover book, those are the two I recommend. But Verity was good.
Yeah.
Mrs. Peacock / Daisy. Did you like Verity?
That's a good
And
question.
then
Presumably. Yeah, I didn't.
they were making a movie.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I haven't heard anything about that. But I haven't been tuned into Colleen Hoover because I'm like, I don't want to mess up. Like, those to me are like my childhood books, which is an insane thing to say. But
Verity is not a book any child should be reading.
yes. Well, I never read Verity, but all the other books.
Sexy stuff in there that's like, oh my God, I don't even want to read this.
Also, most like all of her books are that like I read like All Your Perfects is like, oh, that's like a childhood book. And November 9 for me, because of my reading taste as like a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old. So I don't want to mess them up by like watching the movies and getting involved in the drama. But the drama is just getting way too interesting. So I don't know. I only read 10 or 11 of her books, I think. I would have to say my favorite is Layla, which we've talked about many
The very
times.
first one I think I read was Layla, maybe. No, November 9 was the first one I read. And it was good. But,
really?
Yeah.
And I reread that one with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Layla, I was like not happy about.
Yeah. Yes. We've talked about it. We talked about it the first time we were live together.
That is just a common thread in all of the Colleen Hoover books.
What?
Consent. Like she has
yes.
a consent issue.
Oh yeah.
A very big consent issue.
In All Your Perfects, even.
I don't remember because that was such a grown-up book. I don't think anybody ever had sex with anyone in that book. So maybe not in that book. But yeah, like almost every other book, I was like, are we doing this again? Really, Colleen? We're doing this again. Every single book, we're doing this. Okay. Oh.
No, I could be totally remembering it wrong because I remember a lot of things very vividly, and then I realized, oh wait, that never happened. So I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember there being a like kind of slightly manipulative scene in All Your Perfects. Even.
Maybe.
Yeah, like one scene.
Yeah.
Where he was like, so you don't want to have a baby? Okay, fine. Like he was like, oh, well, like we're only sleeping together to have a baby, and then he's like, let's not, and then she gets really upset about it. So
yeah.
But that could be, I could be remembering.
Oh no, I feel like that could be true.
Yeah, but saying hi. I can't stay, but I will be leaving you up. I have to go to the dentist. Ooh. And I'm on my way out now. Okay, have a good dentist appointment, the best one, like the best dentist appointment you can have. And hope everything goes well. Yeah. Remember to hydrate. Yes. Have a snack. Yes. My water's over there. Check the laundry. Take your meds. I did that. Stretch. Yes. And show some love to the like button. Thank you. Also subscribe and ring the bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes. Now, if you subscribe on my channel, you're probably
service announcement.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. Now, if you subscribe on my channel, you're probably only ever going to get sprints for this book club because I don't know if I'm posting any videos anytime soon. But if you want, you can. Hi again, Christina. Good. Dracula, An Interview with a Vampire. Favorite book adaptation, Dracula, An Interview with a Vampire. Okay. Good.
I've definitely seen Interview with a Vampire. That's the one with Brad Pitt, right? Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise from back in the day.
Yes.
I've never read either one of those books, though.
No.
I haven't read having to read Dracula, but I did.
I've never read or watched either one. My dad my dad's a 50-year-old man. Of course he loves Dracula. And so he loves the Dracula movies. Like the original movie with the, I don't know his name in it, but whatever one that is. He loves that movie. But I think I've seen some of it. And he'll put on like old movies. He'll put on like old movies. So I've seen some of one of the Wolfman ones. I saw The Mummy. I saw like the like second to original Mummy from like the 40s or like the 60s or whatever, and that was pretty good. It was just crazy. I was just like, I've never seen this before. This is wild. Hello.
Hello. Mila? Hello. Hello. Hey, are you reading this book with us? Or you're just stopping by to say hi and read?
Yes. Let us know. We're starting Daisy Darker today. So saying hi.
I hope you're reading the book with us. That's fun.
Yes, that would be very fun. Yes. Did the live just start? We started a half an hour ago, and we've been chit-chatting for the last half an hour.
It's like we've never seen each other before. It's like it's been years.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I think the reason we talked about it is because we see each other often, so we're like if I haven't seen you in years, I probably wouldn't talk as much. Okay. The live just started it started like half an hour ago, whatever, but we are going to be.
We haven't read anything yet. We haven't started the book. We haven't
started our book yet. We're going to start that soon.
Yes. No more chit-chatting.
Okay.
Unless someone has a really good comment, and then we'll have to chit-chat about it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. There is a good bit of comments, so maybe we should fly through so we can get this book. Hate love triangles. Hate love triangles. I can't make up. If you can't make up your mind, do you love them?
Do you love either of
them? Yeah.
You make a very good point.
20 minutes.
But I do think you can love. Oh, she is Stacy. All right.
Hello, cool. Stacy. Yes. We'll try to remember that. Like you were gonna say about the love triangle thing.
Oh, I think it's possible. I'm trying to think if I have ever loved more than one person at a time. And I don't think that I have. But I do think it's possible because you can love people in different ways.
I guess, like, have you not?
I watched noted that in The Bachelorette when it used to be on TV. I don't know if it still is. The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. And they're all falling in love, like deep love, apparently, with multiple people.
Yeah. Now, do you believe you can fall in love, like you said, fall in love, not just like a familial love or a friendship love or like whatever, but like a romantic in love?
I do.
Two people. Yeah.
I do.
I think you can. I think it's possible. I absolutely think it's possible. You know, I don't know. I think it definitely is possible. However you feel about polyamorous relationships or polyamory, it's like whether that should be a thing or not. But I think it's physically possible for you to do that, regardless of, the people discussing the morality on polyamory that does it, or the reality on monogamy. I think it's physically possible to do that. I think. I don't know. I mean, all these stories are written about it.
All these stories. There's many a reality TV show. It's the main feature. And I believe it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good actors.
Wait, what are we talking about? I missed the thread.
I don't know. We're above a Layla comment, but but at first I assumed Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because she was talking about her favorite book adaptations.
Yeah.
And yes, good act. Okay, cool. It is the one. It is the one. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I enjoyed Layla. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Keep going.
I enjoyed Layla. I tried her slam series and hated the first book. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. I
What
read.
Lambs, that first book, is where again, isn't the student having a love affair with the teacher? I'm
Yes.
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. It was 17, almost 18, and 23.
I'm like, this dude needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But I mean, it was still, I mean, regardless of the morality of it, I think
I
it
know
was still a
people like
good
abuse,
story.
rape, and I'm like, no, but it's completely inappropriate. It's
It's
inappropriate.
Yes, it's inappropriate for real life, but for the story, I mean, I enjoyed the story. Did you hear about that? I probably shouldn't be going off on a tangent, but did you hear about that story about a group of people who beat up a 22-year-old because he went on a date with an 18-year-old?
No.
Yeah, it was a real life story. I guess like maybe it's like a setup for him to get like you're a pedophile because you're dating an 18-year-old and you're 22,
Yikes.
and that's like just like insane. Like it's just like the craziest. I don't know,
An 18-year-old high school
but
student?
I
Oh,
don't know.
very, yeah. Because I'm like, if you're 18 and you're in college as a freshman and a 22-year-old senior in college, I don't know. Anyway,
I
physical
think
violence is never the answer, although
no,
maybe sometimes it is. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think going out on a date with someone is cause for physical violence.
no.
I'm also still annoyed that a character had to die at the end of Rock, Paper, Scissors, because I don't think that was necessary violence either, but we don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Damn. I I
A lot of
forgot
violence
about that.
these days, and
Yeah,
I'm not here for it.
yeah. I kind of wish Adam had died at the end of the book, but here we are. Um, Sorry, I spoiled that. Damn it, I spoiled that. I didn't even think of what I said. Never mind. Anyway, let's move on.
On.
um,
Stacey like
I
Verity.
like Verity. I regard my thriller passion.
Reignited my okay.
Oh,
I
reignited.
was never a thriller person at all, and so I feel like Layla might have been maybe one of my first thrillers that
Yeah.
I was able to finish, and then Verity, yeah, also.
Yeah. The Golden Couple. It's by two authors. That was my like first like, oh, this thriller's fantastic. Or maybe it was maybe it was Housemaid right before that. But like the
Mm,
Golden Couple was, I think you'll also, I think,
the
is
Golden
that a one I
Couple.
think you'll like? Yeah. I think you'll like that one, Vivian. Colleen Hoover is not for Mika. We established this.
Romantic is not for Mika.
No, Colleen Hoover just isn't for her. Okay, I think we're closer to the bottom. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes, correct on the other thing. Stopping by for the sprints. Okay, well, have a nice day.
Cool.
Okay, you can be poly, but everyone needs to be absolutely. It cannot be,
Well,
because if everyone isn't on the same page and you're poly, it's not poly, that's cheating. Right? That's manipulation. So no. Verity movie.
me.
Like what about the Verity? I'm confused. Let us know, Stacey.
Is this Verity movie coming out, or is it still just allegedly?
Yeah.
I know Verity was very popular. I feel
Yeah.
like it might have
Yeah.
been her, not her breakout, because everybody was talking about Colleen Hoover before from TikTok, but to put her into, like, I feel like she's a Taylor Swift kind of person, where you have all the Swifties that love Taylor Swift, but then
Yes.
she puts out Evermore or Folklore, and all of a sudden the entire world is like infatuated with Taylor Swift. And I feel like that's what happened with Colleen Hoover and Verity.
Mm.
Like
Oh,
she was sort of there and she had her fans, but then Verity came out, and all of a sudden the entire world was like, Colleen Hoover, Colleen Hoover. We got to talk about Colleen Hoover.
I can see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she has
Yeah.
faded, I think, because people were like, oh, that's the fuss. Whereas Taylor
Yeah.
Swift, people are like, holy. that's what I've been
Yeah.
missing all this time.
It's interesting you say that those two albums brought people in to Taylor Swift, which I didn't know about.
Brought me.
It brought you in?
That's what brought me in. I mean,
Wow.
and I had, like, when she's on the radio, I'd listen to her and I was like, oh, okay, these are like nice songs, but they're a little bit I'm too old, right?
Uh,
I'm too old for Fairy Tale and like all the other songs, like leading up to, I would not have been too old for 1989 or Lover or Reputation, but like I
yeah.
just didn't know it, right?
Yeah.
And then Evermore and Folklore, and I was like, oh my God, this woman is a grown woman writing songs now about like grown woman things.
Hmm.
So I'm a
Interesting.
little bit like, and I am 100% like, there are no 6-year-old girls that need to be listening to Tortured Poets Society.
No.
Like, none of these songs are songs that 6-year-old little girls should be singing.
No.
They're all inappropriate for 6-year-olds, but they are like grown woman songs.
Yes.
So I'm in on Taylor Swift.
And that's surprising because I feel like for me, those two albums are one of her, like, not her weakest. They're very passionate, but I'd rank them lower, a lot lower. And I also, as saying about a 6-year-old girl, I grew up on Taylor Swift. My older sister was obsessed with Taylor. Like she was a couple years younger than like the perfect age to be obsessed with Taylor Swift. And so it's like I grew up listening to her music, and I grew up with a sister who like absolutely loved her. And so I just was like, my sister loves her, I love her, and I do love her. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So I kind of listened to some albums, and then it was like, these two aren't the best. And then it was like,
yeah, because they were so different. That does not surprise me because they were so different than all of the other ones.
Yeah. And my favorite, I feel like my favorite before she broke up with him was Lover. Before she broke up with Joe Alwyn was Lover.
But I really like 1989 too. I go back and listen to both of those a lot.
My sister loves 1989. Like, loves it. Yeah. Mm.
Oh my God. Are we ever going to read?
Okay. We need
Stacy are like, are we going to ever read this book? What are we going to do? We're just having social hour.
Let's not get it to be actually physically an hour. Let's try to like okay. For those types of relationships, I think mature is definitely a part of it. Absolutely. I don't mean to interrupt, but I literally have to go in an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Interrupt, please.
Interrupt.
We need to start our book.
We have to get onto this
book. I think we should start. I think we should read the first 3 chapters.
Okay. Have you already looked at this to see what it is? Are they names again, or are they numbers? Are we going to have to like?
Nope. They're just chapters. I'm sorry. They're just chapter. They have numbers on them. They have numbers.
They have numbers? Oh, okay. Good.
Okay. Sorry. They're just chapters with normal.
Okay, Bronze, Amelia, Adam, like none of them had numbers, and so we couldn't ever figure out where we were.
Okay, let me say, I just threw 3 on there. I think we should read the first 3 chapters if that works for everybody.
Okay. It works for me. Just to get us into it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay. Are we ready to go now?
I'm ready.
Wait a couple minutes. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Happy reading. I will see y'all. I forgot to say done when you're done, but I'll edit that. Happy reading. I will see y'all in like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, whatever, or 10, 20 minutes. I don't know. Happy reading.
5 minutes? Okay.
We'll see. Happy reading. Done when you're done.
Happy reading.
Okay, I believe all three of us are done with the first 3 chapters.
Okay.
So besides the 3 chapters, was there an author's note at the beginning?
Yes.
Is that real? Is that true?
I don't think so. I think
I
she's
mean,
still. I don't think so. I think that has to be part of the book because then Nana is an author. And I was like, okay, this is just part of the book, but it's weird.
maybe, yeah, I guess. But the
I
thing
think
with
it's
the book is it's not changed. The book's called Daisy.
right. I
I don't know,
almost
but
for that because I was like, oh, this isn't part of like what we have to read. And then I was like, well, it's only 1 page. Let me go back and
yeah.
read it.
Hmm.
And then I was like,
I don't
oh, I think this is part of the book.
Yeah. I don't know, but that was very like I was very nervous when I saw it. Let me put the banner up, says spoilers, so we can
Yeah,
discuss all the spoilers.
everything.
So and not a ton like crazy happened, but we definitely set up for the story. Like it was a perfect setup. Everyone's arrived, the tide has come in, and it's time for the murders to begin, right? So,
Yeah.
do you know what this book's about? Okay, yeah. So people are getting picked off, right?
I vaguely know. I read the blurb. Like when
It's
we had the vote, I was like, well, let me read what all these are about. So I did read the blurb and I was like, okay, it's like a game of Clue.
it's yeah, it's I guess I haven't read I
Library
haven't
with a candlestick or something. I don't know.
okay. I haven't read that. Like I haven't read that part, but I um I know that it's supposed to be a retelling of And Then There Were None. So people are getting picked off every hour or so or whatever.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So there is the
I thought
niece.
grandma was going to die, and then we had to figure out who killed her. I didn't realize everybody was going to die.
Well, I'm assuming she's gonna die of natural causes, grandma at first, but maybe not.
I
Maybe
don't know.
somebody's gonna kill her. So there's the parents,
Yep.
the 3 children,
Yep.
grandma, and the niece. So there's seven people in the house, plus the dog. So there's 8 people
Wow.
in the house, and there's 8
People that we
towers.
know of in the house.
Oh, that's yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Well, I books with attics in them to know that the attic always has somebody stuffed up in there, and the basement definitely has some
Oh my
ghosts.
gosh. Yeah.
So
This place probably won't have a basement because of the water.
true.
It might have an attic though. It probably has something up there. So hope to catch the next live for this book. Headed to work. Happy reading.
Okay, very
Have a nice time at work. Hope it goes well. Thanks for the fun chat. Yes. On the next chatty bid, can you tell us what chapter you plan on ending today? We don't know. I'd probably say, are we gonna read more, you think?
Mika, what time do you have to leave?
Yeah.
Because
She
before
said
we said like an hour and 20, but that was like half an hour ago. We may not read anymore tonight, depending
okay.
on how we talk right now, right?
Yeah.
I almost feel like we're at a pretty good stopping point for tonight.
Tonight. Okay. And we're gonna start off tomorrow, right? We're gonna have a live
Hey.
tomorrow. So we can continue tomorrow. I think that definitely would be a good stopping point tonight. There's no murders, we're in. So the next we can dive right into the story and not be confused
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We have to talk about this though. Yeah. So Stacy, I will in my description part of my live video, I'll put the chapter that we're going to start at, but it looks like it's going to be chapter 4. We're going to start at chapter 4.
Yes.
Although maybe we are going to read more. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Would you have any interest in joining the Discord? We have a Discord for the book club where we'll put the details of where we are. We'll, we can talk about things. We'll decide on what next book we read and stuff like that. So if you want to join, let us know. You and Mika should be a mod, so she can throw the link in if you're interested. But if you're not, that's totally fine. Yes, because you can't have the Can't have the thing up. Okay, we're done. Listening over 2 times speed. Okay.
Oh, that's how you got to be so fast, Nika.
Yes, you were the first one done. Stacey has a question. Yes, and then Vivian was answering a question. Thank you for answering that question. Wait. Maya read 50 pages of this book.
What are you? No, she's reading something. What are you reading?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you're reading.
I don't think she's reading this. I think she just came to do the sprints, but I don't know what she's reading. Or he, she, I don't know. They?
Let's go with they. I'm gonna go with they. We'll see. Let us know.
I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we might not be saying the name right, so maybe the pronouns.
Can you give us the phonetic spelling of your name? Is it Mila, Myla, something else? Your name is George. I don't know. Like, right? Because we were Kelsey Lily, and then she was like, "Oh, my name is Kelsey," and I was like,
Is it Kelsey or is it Casey?
Oh, I don't even know now. See, I don't know. I forgot.
I thought it was Casey, but you've been saying Kelsey, and I'm like, okay.
It's Kelsey.
Yeah.
But maybe it is Casey and the Sunshine Band. I don't know. I guess we need clarification on this too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love thrillers with an isolated setting, a classic. Yes. And this is kind of like a locked door murder. Like it has to be, it should have to be someone, but there could be someone in the attic with a murder afoot.
People in the house right now.
Yeah. Only 7 people and 1 animal. I think there are 10 people. Okay, yes. Okay. I've never read that book.
I haven't either.
Yeah. But this book,
I've never even heard of that book.
And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie.
I know. I don't know anything about it. I've never read it. I never heard. I mean, I obviously know Agatha Christie, but
well, if you want, the original title was a little bit insane, but now it's this title. The original title had the N-word in it, but yeah, and then it was 3. After it was 3 little Indians or 10 little Indians or something like that. So, yeah, but now it's And Then There Were None.
A couple of generations of.
Yeah, and then we changed to And Then There Were None, and apparently it's a good book. It's just people. It's people who are locked in an island or locked in a house or something like that, or locked in a room. I don't know, and they're getting picked off. Everyone just keeps dying, but. Yeah.
And there were none, so I guess they all died. Nana's going to be the one that walks away from this, and then she's going to write a story about it and send it to her publisher anonymously.
Maybe Nana, and that's what I was thinking about the story when we're reading it. Is we have this perspective of Daisy, right? Daisy's the main character, and I feel like we're getting the perspective of everyone in this light because of Daisy. And I think that it'd be really interesting to see how other people feel about Daisy.
Yeah.
And how, like, someone else in the family, like everyone else in the family, thinks they're not the problem, right? Or thinks they have their issues, but the other people are worse. I'm so curious what, like, the perspectives of her other family members are, and who is really the right person. Right.
Do you think who is like alternate perspectives, like in Rock Scissors when we had Amelia and we had, I hope so.
I don't know if we will, but I'm hoping we get like perspectives of their mind and perspectives of how they view the family, how they view her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is good.
I was just gonna say, like, this book is way more lyrical in its writing.
Oh, okay.
It has all, like, I keep underlining things going, gosh, I really like the way she said that. Like, just, like, very poetic in some of her, like, this is a quotable book. I've already, like I said, I've underlined so many things that I'm like, this is a quote. This is a quote. Yeah. Where her other book wasn't like that at all. So it almost seems like this isn't even the same author.
Which it could just be a random person who maybe murdered people. This book could be written by a real life murderer. Or you never know. I don't know. It literally could be, which is insane. And I don't know. Have you ever read a book by a murderer before? No. I've only read a few nonfiction books. No one's been murderers, but I'm thinking about reading a book from a potential murderer. What's it called? If I Did It by O.J. Simpson. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to read that one soon. So yeah, about 40 minutes, so about 30 minutes now. So
okay, at 7. So you probably aren't going to read.
We're not going to read anymore tonight. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Cool. So if you're listening or watching, Stacy, we're starting at chapter 4.
Yes.
Tomorrow on my channel.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for the Discord link. I've read it and several retellings. Okay, so you're going to be the one who's going to be telling us things about it, and you're going to have to give us those details as we go on about the story. Like,
so the retellings that you've read before, like, did you know what was going to happen? Like, are they pretty like straightforward retellings? Like, you knew what was going to happen, or were you still surprised?
Good question.
Because this would suck if you know exactly what's going to happen next.
I'm sure there has to be some things because they can't. I don't know. I'm sure there has to be some differences. Like it's a thriller. It has to be shocking still.
Right. Right. It has to be. We should read.
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's our next.
We should read one of her books. Yeah, I tried to read. What was it? The Blue Train, I believe. Yeah, this one. Mystery on the Blue Train, and I don't know. I mean, it was. I only read the first like 2 pages, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. But then it was very very heavy British accents. I was like, the audio. I was like, I don't know. But this also does have a British accent, as the last book did.
Oh, maybe all the great thrillers are British.
Maybe. I mean, Sherlock Holmes, right? The retelling has enough differences to be surprising. Okay, so the retelling has been surprising enough for you. Okay, that's nice to know. It's good to know. Now, this situation we're experiencing in the book, like, it's reminding me of like my family in like the oddest way possible, which isn't.
Now,
which isn't like that sounds bad, but like, I had open heart surgery when I was a baby, and my parents like loved me. Like her parents were like, she's gonna die, who cares? And my parents were like, she's gonna die. It's gonna be hard to love her, but we have to do it. Like, they were like, like
we have to do it, I guess, because she is.
No, my mom said that she was afraid to love me, that I was going to die, and I had to have open heart surgery when I was 3 days old, and it was like, she's gonna die. I don't know if I can love her because it's gonna hurt so bad if she dies. And my dad was like, you just have to, like, you have to appreciate the time you have with her. And like, my parents are like, that kind of like helped, like, me living helped their marriage, and like they were stronger because they went through something so hard together. And it's like, so it's like just the opposite of what's like, it's reminding me of my family in some ways, but like, clearly they did not love their child enough, and then their marriage failed because of that. And I think that's like kind of the opposite of my family. And I don't know, that's making me think like, it's gonna be really interesting because of that specifically, I feel like.
Well, nothing in this book reminds me of my family, but I do wonder, like you said, about everyone else's perspective, because I wonder, like, if Daisy just thinks nobody loved her, but everybody else does love her, like, if their perspective on it is different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that all of those people have their own stories and have their own reasons and have very valid justifications for the way they acted in their lives, right? Like,
oh yeah. So I wonder what her secret is. She says, I have a secret.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's really bad. Like, all I'm thinking is, okay, she murdered someone, or she set up the fortune telling with her grandmother, or something. Like, she did something really bad.
Well, she did try to swim to America once.
Which is just insane. I mean,
apparently her sister doesn't not like her because her sister swam out there and brought her back.
Yeah.
and did some CPR.
Mhm. Yeah. And what was that? That was the eldest sister. It was Rose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. And I think Daisy is like Daisy's a good name. She's like, I have the worst name. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I think Daisy is a really good name. My best friends growing up, they lived right next door to me. Their names were Daisy and Lily. Daisy was my best friend, and Lily was her little sister. Um, so yeah.
I like
So
the
I'm
name
like,
Lily.
they're good names. I think Rose is kind of a worse name than all of them, in my opinion.
It's my least favorite of the three.
Yeah.
I also am not a fan of people that name their children either like all with the same first letter, or like names that rhyme, or names of flowers, or name like
Really?
cutesy. It's so cutesy that I'm just like, oh, it's although my mom, I mean, we were M and M, right? My first name is M. My sister's first name, or my first name starts with M. My sister's first name starts with M.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Vivian wasn't your first name.
Nope, it's my middle name. Oh, so here's where this book reminds me of my family. My mom didn't give us middle names either. We only had first names. And then
And how
I added
like
my middle name when I moved to New York. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have a middle name, and it's going to be Vivian, and that's what I'm going to go by.
so you created your own name. That's awesome.
I know, it's cool, right?
Yeah, that's so
I
amazing.
really mentioned I might have picked something. I don't know what I would have picked, but
Have you
yeah,
ever
I would
said your
name.
have you ever said your first name? Like, does your people in your life know your first name?
People do. Mona. My first name is Mona. People
Oh.
do, but no one, like there's one person in the world still that, well, one family who knew me from way back when. That's the only people still that would call me Mona now.
Huh. Wow. That's
Or like when someone official is calling me, right? And they have their official. So then I know, okay, this is like somebody calling from the bank, somebody calling from
okay.
whatever. They like have the first name.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, we all have middle names. We all have our names. Me and my sister's name are basically the exact same name. Which is very, very creative of my parents. So it's Joey, which is he is the oldest brother. He has the exact same name as my dad. He's only my dad's. And then my parents met when he was 3 months old. So it was
Oh,
then it's Thomas. I don't know, Thomas Lewis. I'm not sure. Jeffrey Jeffrey something. And then it's Gina Marie. Her middle
oh,
name's Marie, Gina, my sister. And then my name's Tina May.
huh.
And that's like, you couldn't have picked a different name. They were gonna name me Michelle. And I think about that all the time. And I'm like, that feels like I don't know, I feel like I like that name better than Tina.
I was going to be Jan, like Jan Brady.
I think Mona is better than that. And I think Vivian's better than that too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I agree on all of that.
Yeah. But I think it's like none of it's related. None of our names are related except for my mom was like, let's just take our eldest daughter's name and just replace the letter and make it Tina. And yeah, and my sister's middle name is my mom's middle name. And my middle name, so my both of my grandmothers, my dad's grandmother is May with an E, and my mom's grandmother is May with a Y. And if I was gonna be born in May, it would be May with a Y.
Oh.
But I wasn't. I was born in June, so it's May with an E.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like my middle name. But I feel like my first name's like, okay. Like I like it, but I don't know. Not my favorite. I'm like, why couldn't you just have been a little more creative there? Yes. That that could have been me trying to swim to America.
Oh.
That's crazy. That's just wild. Mika is in my first name. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
What's your first name? And is Mika your middle name? Like, who's Mika? Give us the story here.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know. That's really, really interesting. Most people don't know that. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Now, is Mika, I don't know how languages, like, names work in other languages, but is Mika your name? Like, if people are going to say Mika, would they say, like, a completely different word in German, or would it be, or is Mika German already? I don't know.
Is it a nickname? Is it short for, like, Michaela? Is it
Maybe.
shortened version?
Hmm.
So what do you think? Because she's like, you know how one of the things I underlined was when she said something like, people tend to grow into their names and they become who their names are. Like,
Mm.
if you had a different name, do you think your personality and everything would be different?
I don't know. I mean, I think we have the experiences we have because people, like, see us. Someone sees me as a Tina, and they respond as if I'm Tina. But if my name's Mika, not Mika, if my name's Michelle, then they're going to see me as a Michelle and respond to me as if I'm a Michelle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never thought about that before.
I think
Hmm.
people do respond to me differently as Vivian than as Mona, but I don't feel any
Yeah.
different as Vivian versus Mona. I don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I was a little bit more serious as Mona,
When
and
I
I'm more
when I see
as Vivian, but I think when I look back at Mona, she had a bit of fun.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think if I saw you and I saw, like, if I saw you and I
Yeah.
heard the name Mona, I would think you are heavily Italian. I would think
Oh, interesting.
I would expect you to come out with an Italian accent. I would expect you to have,
Huh.
cause yeah, are you Italian?
No.
No. Okay. Interesting.
Well, I
And I don't know
remember,
why I thought that. I was like, to me, when I hear Mona, I'm like, okay, that's an extremely Italian person, which
yeah.
doesn't, I don't know.
I
Whether
remember
that
being very, very surprised when, like, on the TV show Friends, when
could,
Ross's girlfriend, her name was Mona, and she had blonde hair. And I was like, wait, Mona shouldn't have blonde hair.
Mm, yeah. Mhm. In what was it? In Pretty Little Liars, there is a character named Mona, and
Oh,
she is kind of the worst. Like, she's not a great character. Spoilers for Pretty Little Liars. I don't think
okay.
anyone's gonna watch it. She ends up being like the crazy person in the show. Like, Pretty Little Liars is about a group of people who are being, like, stalked by this person named A, and she's, like, stalking them and stuff like that, and it ends up being Mona.
Ooh.
So yeah. um the name on my passport is Alexandria Michella?
Mi- Michaela?
Michaela?
I like that name.
Michaela, Alexandria Michaela. It
That's
is
like a very nice name. You sound like Russian royalty.
yeah. Mhm. It is in my Norwegian family's book, Norwegian
Huh.
family book. And it's spelled a little differently, I guess, to be pronounced in a different language there.
Interesting.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
I love
You
that name.
got So you took the beginning of that spelling. So Mika, Mikka. Okay, okay, okay. Which is weird because I don't even spell it. I don't even yeah. Uh, yeah. Mm. But I ran with it for sure. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. You seem like a Mika to me.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And Mika to me also sounds like it could be a German name. Like, it has, like, it's like short and, like, it's like
Yeah.
clipped. It's like Mika. It's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Also, I
I don't
feel
know.
like Alexandras have blonde hair for some reason.
Say it again. When
Alexandra have blonde hair in my mind. Like, if your name is Alexandra, you have blonde hair. I don't know why.
really
Yeah, that's how I picture
in
it.
in my head, it's someone with, like, long dark hair.
Really?
Yeah. Mm, yeah. I don't know. Maybe because of a character named Alexandria or Alexander in a book, in a TV show. But
I feel like I could see Mika being an Alexa.
Yeah.
But
Did she go
Mika,
off?
no, she did. Well, maybe she didn't say anything.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Interesting.
And I don't know. I like for human names. It's like we've not. I don't think anyone in our family's ever changed their name, right? Like, oh, my sister did actually, but like my mom changed. My mom, and my dad aren't legally married. They're common law married in Kentucky, but they're not like legally married. So her name is still her, her maiden name basically. And my sister, when she got married, she gave up our last name Simeon, so she's Gina Marie Brady now, which I feel like is a step up. Like, if you're gonna marry into a last name, like marrying into Brady is much like. I don't know if my sister-in-law took my brother like Simeon. I don't know if she did that. But I feel like Simeon's a good name to kind of like get into, but like I don't know, I think Brady's much. Like she married up with that last name there. And I think that's I don't know. I really like his last name. Mika is also I don't know how to say that word. What's that word?
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous. Okay, Mika's ambiguous. German people often assume it's a male name. Okay. If they just read it. Yeah, it definitely could. I guess if I tell Mika, I would think maybe it could be a male name, like a Russian male name or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're like Sasha is a male name in Russia. So, yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Which suits me. Yeah. Fair.
We like to be ambiguous.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, do we have anything else to say about the book? I don't know what there is to talk about with the book because it was really just entering.
We just like met people. I like that it seems like it's going to go hour by hour, but now I understand why, because it's going to be 8 hours. Like they've only got 8 hours until the tide comes in. So they have to do like what happens every hour, I guess, as people are getting picked off.
Yeah. Mika, what are you thinking about it so far?
Good.
Yes, I definitely am enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
How do you hope the story ends? Like, what are you thinking?
I kind of hope that the grandma is the last one standing.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I have nothing to base that on other than the fact that she's supposedly the only one going to die right now.
For sure gonna die. Yeah. I hope that one of them, either one, like any of the ones, maybe not the dad or the mom, but one of them is going to be living at that house, own that house, living at that home with the dog.
Okay.
I hope that out of the 7 people, including the animal, the dog and one of the humans are still alive at the end of the book.
Do you think Daisy is the hero of the story?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think there's a possibility that she's not going to be the hero of the story. I think she's not going to be the one left standing. Maybe the grandmother, maybe Lily. I don't know. Maybe Lily's child, because apparently Lily has a child.
Yes. Well,
so
yeah.
Maybe that makes 8 people. I don't know.
When you name your kid Trixie, like, come on.
Yeah. So wait, is Trixie Lily's child?
I think so.
Oh, I thought Trixie was Rose's child. But maybe not.
Trixie arrived with Lily and the mom.
Okay. Yeah. Lily. So maybe Trixie will be the only one left standing, which I feel like I'd like. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to see a little girl die.
No.
I don't want to see any of them die, really. All of them are fine. I think I like them all so far. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's got a wild prediction here.
The Mika, oops, sorry, had your name on my mind. The killer is going to break the clock when he kills people. Now our prediction is that it's a man. Is it the father? Or is it just he? Because why not? I think that's a really, really good theory. Or that person's card gets like punched in for the last time or something like that.
Oh, yes, the punch cards.
That's also amazing. Like if I had an old house on like the
I
cliff, I would absolutely be like, you have to punch in. And that is something I've done since I was like a child. I'm like, you have to sign in to like enter the house. And my dad, my siblings are like, no, I'm not doing that. So like, I absolutely love that. I love the grandmother and I love the niece. Also, the fact that they wear pink, that's amazing. Like only because I'll pull out a monochrome pink outfit once in a while and be full head to toe pink, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I love the symbolism. Yeah. Now there's 8 hours. There's 8 hours and there's 8 clocks. And there's 80 clocks.
There's 80. Oh yeah, one for every year of her life?
Yeah. So there's 80 clocks.
80 clocks.
So will 10 get destroyed every time someone gets killed? I don't know. We'll see.
Or every 6 minutes a clock stops.
Oh. Yeah. Interesting. This is good. This could be a good book. This could be I'm really excited for this one. Hey RA. Hey Tina, hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you. I am. Hope you are as well.
Look at the face that she put on the end of her, or he on the end of the little
like squinty-eyed cute face. Yes. Yes, of course.
Oh, you're welcome, face.
Yes. Actually, yes, the cards. Actually, the killer is more likely to be female. True. Ooh. It's more likely to be because there's only one man in this house.
Yeah.
And he seems so far I don't like the parents, but I love everyone else. Love the main, like the 3 of them, but then the 2 other sisters, they're okay. And then the clock struck 9. 9 oh dum. Yes. Am I a little confused? Are you confused? Or am I reading this wrong?
No, I think it's like 8 hours, but then the clock strikes 9. What happens at 9? Like 9, right?
Done. Yes. Dun. What's gonna happen when it is 9 o'clock and there's probably it's gonna be Trixie and that dog living in this house forever. That's
Granny. I'm rooting for Granny. Actually, I want them all to live. I don't have any reason to want any of them to be murdered, but you tell me this is what's going to happen every hour. They're going to start.
I think for sure it's got to be Granny might have to die first, and I think after that, or maybe Mom will die first. I think Mom could easily die first, and then Dad will go after that.
We'll see.
I guess we will. Yes, we will see tomorrow, actually, which is exciting. We don't even have to wait a full day.
Tomorrow. We'll see who dies first.
Anything else you have to say? Or be good for today?
I think we're good for today.
Okay. Yes. Well, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. At 12 o'clock, 5 p.m. London time.
Yep.
And we'll be starting at chapter 4. Okay.
Starting chapter 4.
Have a nice night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.